Hey, what is up guys, I'm Navio, and today I'm going to be bringing you a video that I didn't think I would want to be making, and I definitely didn't want to make. It's going to be, is the Boston Celtics season actually over? And if you don't know, Gordon Hayward ended up breaking his leg. Well, he dislocated his ankle and he broke his tibia. He had it's a fractured ankle and a broken tibia. It's something wrong with him too. And I mean, before I actually get in this video, I want to put out my prayers and everything to Gordon Hayward and his family and everything, and hope he's alright, and hope he can actually come back to the NBA before the playoffs. And yeah, but today's video is going to be on is the Celtics season over now that Gordon Hayward is hurt. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. I mean, Gordon Hayward, all my prayers go out to you. Hope he gets better and everything. Without further ado, let's get right into this video. So if you don't actually already know why the Celtics season has just been completely derailed pretty much, is because, well, Gordon Hayward, one of the biggest free agents that was on the market this year, he got signed to the Boston Celtics, and one of the most freakish injuries, one of the most just horrible injuries to watch, with probably one of the most brutal in the NBA since Paul George's in the Olympics scrimmage. And if you don't know what that happens, don't look it up, it's terrible. And then obviously he was supposed to be the backup, I mean not a backup, but the second star, Kyrie's sidekick pretty much. Well, in the first 5 minutes of the first game, Gordon Hayward actually ended up breaking his leg. And yeah, and that's probably one of the most horrible injuries I've ever seen. But I heard Paul George's is way worse. I actually was not watching when Paul George got injured, but I was actually watching the game when Boston got injured. It was terrible. Well, alright, now that I got that out of the way and why it could be bad, now let's get, will they make the playoffs? Yes, I really do still think they will make the playoffs, because the Eastern Conference is just so terrible. I mean, with Kyrie and Al Horford, that's pretty much good enough to make the playoffs anyway. But they're also pretty deep, because although they don't have their two stars that they would have had if Gordon Hayward wouldn't have got hurt, and obviously Gordon Hayward getting hurt is not a great thing for the Celtics, but they're still pretty deep, and they will now have one of the best point guards in the entire league, and definitely the best point guard in the conference right now. And so that's already a huge plus. So they still have the best point guard in the conference on their team, but also they have Jason Tatum, who really showed out his first game. Yes, his first shot was blocked by LeBron, which was pretty funny, but then he actually ended up going off for a pretty good game, and he just really showed that he deserves to be in the NBA. Then Jaylen Brown, he also showed tons of improvement from last year, and the dude just really had a good game. Maybe that was just a fluke, but I do think he's going to have a lot better. So Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown really had really good game openers. So I mean, they still have a pretty good team even without Gordon Hayward on it. And I mean, I don't think Gordon Hayward was the huge piece of the team, because I mean, Jason Tatum is obviously showing that he can be good. Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, Kyrie Irving, they have a really good team. Put it that way. I mean, I think they're just well rounded, and Gordon Hayward kind of topped it all off. But now, will they still make the conference finals? I say maybe, and I'm leaning towards yes, but that is only because last year Isaiah Thomas was able to bring the Celtics to the conference finals. And yes, I do realize they did lose Jay Crowder and Avery Bradley this offseason, but they also added rookie Jason Tatum. So in his first game, he had 14 points, 3 assists, and 10 rebounds against the Cleveland Cavaliers, the defending runner-ups for the champion. And they also have Jaylen Brown, who showed tons of improvement from last year. And I mean, he had a really good season opener, and this dude's just really good. And then they also have Marcus Smart, that would still be coming off the bench, who averages 12 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, and 9 assists per game. So still extremely good. And plus you also have Kyrie, who is leagues better than Isaiah Thomas in my opinion. So I mean, you improved at point guard. You still have Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum. No telling how good Jason Tatum is. And Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown are two really good players. And then obviously the veteran Al Horford, who could really combine the whole team and just help with the defense. Alright. So now the question, will they beat the Cavs? Hell no, they will not beat the Cavs. And I think even before Gordon Hayward got hurt, I was thinking these Celtics don't stand a chance. They are extremely dark horses. They can just throw punches. They can throw little jabs at the Cavaliers. They might win 2, maybe 1. They might win 1, maybe 2 if they're lucky, in my opinion, with Gordon Hayward not being hurt. But with Gordon Hayward being hurt, they would be lucky to win 1, because I mean, at least last year, I mean, it was a fluke that they even won 1 game against the Cavs, but I mean, I just don't see them being able to do anything. Not because they're a bad team, but just because, I mean, they just don't have the talent to compete with the team that the Cavs have. The Cavs have one of the best teams that LeBron has ever played for. I mean, it's just, there's no way they're going to beat them in the conference finals, especially without Gordon Hayward. Even with Gordon Hayward, I highly doubt they would have won. But before I have to actually end off this video, let's just recap what I said. Like, obviously, the reason their season, Gordon Hayward got injured, it kind of derailed their season. Just a little bit, not completely. And will they still make the playoffs? Yes, they will make the playoffs because the Eastern Conference is so bad. They still have one of the best point guards in the entire league. Definitely the best point guard. Maybe second best behind John Wall in the Eastern Conference. And they also have a really good bench. And, and Jason Tatum, he's a rookie. He really showed out his first game. And then their conference, will they make the conference finals? I'm still kind of leaning towards yes, because of, once again, how bad the Eastern Conference is. And I think the only other competition is actually going to be the Toronto Raptors. And I don't see the Toronto Raptors competing with them anytime soon. So, I mean, yeah, I do think they still make conference finals, but I do think Cleveland is going to steamroll through the entire playoffs like they did last year, and it's going to be Golden State against Cleveland, and the Golden State's going to upset Cleveland again. I think it's going to be a better final series, but I don't think Cleveland stands a chance against the Warriors. It's pretty much going to be the same thing as last year in the playoffs, especially, like, at least we had something to look forward to this year, but now with the Celtics being hurt, it's pretty much the Western Conference. Everybody's going to be watching that. It's going to be like 2 people watching Eastern Conference playoffs, and like 8, and the rest of us are going to be watching the Western Conference Finals, because that's actually kind of exciting, right? But yeah, guys, so if you agreed with me at any point in the video, and if you think they're still going to make the conference finals and everything, just comment below what you mean. If you don't even think they're going to make the playoffs, comment below. If you disagree with me or agree with me, comment below. And also, we just gained another subscriber. We're only 6 away from 100. Thank you so much. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, if you like the video at all, it would mean the world to me. And kids, don't think I forgot about you. Remember, kids, never do vegetables, always eat drugs. Stay safe, receive, goodbye.